I show you, I was cleaning there's a room in my house where all my teenage boys at one time or another have either used as their room or put all their stuff because it's a great big room. And I was cleaning it out and I found these art pieces my son did. And I just thought I would show them to you for fun. So, here's the first one. And it's on like a piece of artist board that I bought at Michael's for him. There were a lot more, but I think he sold a bunch. But this one is Mortal Kombat. It's like a dragon or something from Mortal Kombat. I don't know anything about Mortal Kombat. My oldest son was here and I said, "What is this guy?" And he said, "Mortal Kombat." So I said, "Okay." But he made these with spray paint. And I remember him cutting out the designs with a razor knife. And then he'd tape them on here. I can't remember exactly how it all worked. I guess you'd cut it out, all this, and then spray the color. And then when you're finished, he did something with his finger where it like would splatter. And that's why it has like, I don't know if you can see all the little splatter designs on there. So that's the first one. I think this might be my favorite of them. Some of them aren't as good. I should have started with the not good one. But that's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one because I like it. This one doesn't look all that great. Okay, this is some sort of Pokemon. Now, mind you, he did these when he was like 7 or 8 years old. It's not like he was a grown-up. And I remember I made him wear a mask. Like I have big, what do you call, like for working in my studio, because I used to do a pottery and things like that, and there's a lot of fine silica that gets in the air you don't want to breathe in, so I'd make him wear a mask like that, and he didn't want to because cool people don't do that, but I made him, because spray paints are dangerous. So this, I guess he's a Pokemon. I don't remember which Pokemon this would be. He's like fat, and he has kind of kitty cat ears, but then he has wings. These are kind of dusty. I don't know. I'm not sure which one he is. But again, with this one, it's sort of like an ombre from sort of red into yellow, and then he sort of splattered it. I'm sure all these designs he probably copied from online. They're not like original. He was a kid. I don't know. He probably went online and looked stuff up and just... But anyway, but I still thought they were fun. We had one that was Kool-Aid that I really liked, but I don't know where it is. I looked around for it because I was like, oh, I like that one. Okay, let's do this one. This is my next least favorite. This is just a, what do you call it? Remote control. No, anyway, for PlayStation or whatever. Why am I blanking the word? It's driving me crazy right now. I think that's kind of a more simple design one. Controller. Alright, so that's probably my least favorite. And then that one and this one's the best so far. Okay. Next we will do Pokemon. So I showed this to my oldest son, who didn't make these, his younger brother did. I said, "Which ones are these?" Because that's the starters. I was like, well, now no one told me they were starters. I didn't know that. But I think what he told me, I know that's Charmander. I think this is Bulbasaur. And he told me the third one. Hold on. Bulbasaur, Charmander, and not Pikachu. Oh, shucks. He told me. But anyway, with this one, I think he'd cut out all the designs. This was probably one of the first ones he ever did. And then, I don't know, maybe he spray painted the whole thing black and then covered it up and spray painted this and then covered those and sprayed that and covered that. That might be how he did it, I'm not sure. But I feel like this was like the very first one because he didn't like, it looks kind of sloppy, I think. I think it might be. And these are on a, sometimes at the craft store, we have a craft store called Michael's, and they'll sell these like in I think it's a 5-pack maybe, and if you look online, there are coupons for 40% off, and so you can use those and get stuff pretty cheap. Alright, so I guess that's my least favorite, that's my second, this is my third, and that's still my favorite. Okay. Then there's this one. Do you know who those people are? This is Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's Charlie. That's Frank. That's Bird. Kate Olsen. What's her name? Boy, I haven't watched a show in a while. I think they just came out with a new. That's Mac. And that's. He's kind of my favorite character because he's so obnoxious. I don't know, I like all the characters. I don't think there's one I don't like. What the heck? I can't come up with their names right now. Charlie. It'll come to me. But yeah, so for a while he must have been more like 10 years old when he made this one because I don't think I'd have let him watch Always Sunny when he was 8. Maybe he was 12. I don't know. Maybe my memory is all messed up. Maybe he made these when he was 12. I'm not sure. But he definitely probably watched it younger than most would want. But I didn't really worry about, I'd talk to my kids about stuff. So if there was stuff that I thought, oh, that's not appropriate, I would talk to them about it. Whatever. It's fine. That's how you learn things. I wasn't real, precious about what they watched, to be honest. I know my son watched Pulp Fiction way too young. But, whatever. Alright, so I like this one a lot, actually. I think it's fun. I know he wasn't happy with how it turned out. The ones that he sold were better. These were starter ones. So I still think this is the best one. So we'll put that there. Okay. This last one is a show that my kids loved, but I have not. I still haven't watched it. I watched one episode, and then I don't know why. I just didn't get grabbed by it right away, and I know I should watch it. But anyway, this is from the TV show, if you're not familiar. Game of Thrones. And I think, if I remember correctly, this guy is the House of Stark. I think that's what it was called. And my son loved that show. They used to have big events around it, with their friends. They'd all get together and watch. So yeah, I think this is House of Stark. So I still pick, and that's all of them, I still pick, this one is my favorite. This one's my second favorite. So for second, this one's third, Pokemon's fourth, and then that one, and then that one. I just think this one looks pretty cool. This is the only one that's on a board. All the rest of them are on more like a canvas. is take a couple of small pieces of wood, put one here, and you just kind of glue them. And then when you hang them to the wall, they can hang on the wood. And it sits just, a little bit off the wall, so it's kind of floating. I think that looks really cool. So I have some others, but he had his name on them and everything. I didn't want to show all that because I didn't ask for permission. But anyway, just wanted to show you guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Mortal Kombat, yeah. I don't even know if Mortal Kombat is a movie or a video game. I think it's both. Even though I know they talked about it. Oh, my son brought over the DS. Charlie, Frank, Mac. What is her name on the show? D. Alright, I just gotta come up with him. I'm totally blanking his name. I don't know. It's not coming to me. House of Dragon. House of Stark. Game of Thrones. I sat on the throne in Croatia. Charmander. Oh, Squirtle. Bulbasaur. And this is Squirtle.